Okay, the drain plug is going to go. I'll go ahead and torque that down at 66 Newton meters or 44 pounds. So I'm gonna go ahead and torque that down, and I'm gonna clean it up, and then I'm gonna put the 10 millimeter back in. Before you start pulling everything down, let's clean it up. Let's cut those zip ties out that we put up to kind of hold those lines out of the way, okay? Okay, before I put the cover on the bottom, I like to put more oil in, right? Just so you can make sure it's not dripping or leaking underneath the car. And I use the factory recommended. Takes 8 1/4 quarts, and it's the Pennzoil Platinum Euro Full Synthetic, SAE 5W40, and that's what I use. I put 8 quarts in, and then I top it off with a quarter, and I turn the motor on, let it warm up for a second, turn it off, and then I check the oil and I top it off accordingly, okay? And I buy 2 cases of 6, so I'll have 2 extra left, actually 1 3/4 left, and I'll use that for the next oil change. And it's just cheaper to buy that on Amazon. You can buy these on Amazon. Scratch that. It takes 8 1/4, right? So you got 12 quarts because you bought 2 boxes. So that gives you 3 1/4 left, or 3 3/4 left for your next oil change. Or you've got one that you can use to top it off, okay? And this, most of these, this car does not burn oil, so it's not, you don't top it off. It's usually use it for the next oil change. Okay, put the cap on. I check the oil. Now we're gonna start it up. Now the oil filter is not full, right? Because the oil filter's up top, so we're just gonna let it idle. We're gonna turn it on, let it idle for a few minutes, let that oil kind of circulate around, and then we're gonna turn it off. We're gonna do clean up on everything, and we're gonna let the engine settle for a minute, and we'll check the dipstick again. Okay, last and final step, we're gonna top it off. So we're gonna put the 1/4 bit of oil in. We'll check it as we go. We'll just let this cool down for a little bit. The oil is now settled all to the bottom, and we're done. Just make sure it's topped off on the dipstick. What we're shooting for on this is you don't want it over the max, okay? You don't want it over the max. That's not good. It's a twin turbo motor, and you don't want it below the minimum. So I shoot for in the middle, maybe a little bit more, and that's what I shoot for. And that's it, guys. Other than checking out underneath, make sure there's no leaks underneath, and make sure you put the pan back up underneath, and then we'll get the car